Hello everyone, myself Vikrant Chandan Shive. Today we are discussing about transcription in prokaryotic organism. The transcription in prokaryotic organisms, we start with the central dogma. The central dogma is one of the important process for synthesis of DNA, RNA and protein. One of the process called as transcription. Transcription process involves in synthesis of RNA molecules from DNA molecules. Transcription process deals with the production of RNA from DNA that occurs in nucleus in case of eukaryotic organisms. The transcription process required enzymes called as RNA polymerase. This enzyme is also called DNA dependent RNA polymerase. The RNA polymerase synthesizes RNA from 5' to 3' direction. Transcription process required all the four kinds of NTPs like ATP, GTP, UTP and CTP, that is RNA form. Transcription process involves three steps: initiation, elongation and termination steps. Prokaryotic transcription. Prokaryotic transcription process occurs in the cytoplasm because prokaryotic organisms lacks the nucleus. Transcription process in prokaryotic, that is E. coli, synthesis of RNA from DNA. RNA polymerase in E. coli is a complex structure containing different subunits. The RNA polymerase contain subunits like alpha 2, beta beta dash and sigma factor. This collectively called as holoenzymes. Without sigma factor, these enzymes is called as core enzymes. Each subunits perform different functions in holoenzymes. So see here, there is a two subunits of alpha, alpha, beta, beta dash and sigma factor. This is the structure of holoenzymes. Where we remove the sigma factor, the structure is called as core enzymes. Initiation of transcription process. The initiation process starts with the binding of sigma factors on the promoter region. See here, there is no RNA polymerases directly binds on the DNA or the promoter sites. It requires first sigma factors. Okay. The E. coli have the different promoter for the different sigma factor. For example, sigma factor 17. Sigma 17 recognize the promoter and binds -10 and -35 sequence. Apart from -10 and -35, the other promoter like Tata box or Pribna box is also present. Sigma factor recognize actually promoter sites where RNA polymerases can bind. The remaining core enzymes binds at the near sigma factor to complete the holoenzyme complex. The DNA gyrase. The DNA gyrase involves unwinding of DNA because we know that the double-stranded DNA cannot synthesize RNA. First we unwind the DNA. The enzyme starts working with the binding of sigma factor. The enzymes melt the DNA nucleotide bonds and separate double-stranded DNA into single-stranded DNA. One of the strand is called as sense strands or coding strand, and other is called as anti-coding strands. When the holoenzymes complex is completed, the initiation process was done. Elongation process. The elongation process involves in the addition of nucleotide, that is NTP. The progressive activity of RNA polymerases deals with the addition of 14 nucleotide per second. At the initial stage, the first nucleotide was added, encoded amino acid methionine, and forms a cap, that is 5' end. The cap nucleotide contain the 3-phosphate group have 5' 5' in between them. So this type of bond is present. The cap protect RNA from RNase enzymes. Okay. See here, the progressive activity that deals with the 14 nucleotide per second. Okay. Per second, it added 14 nucleotide per second. At the 5' end, there is a gap which contain the bond, that is 5' 5' bond. When the RNA polymerases moves on DNA, the mRNA synthesized chain came out from the RNA polymerase enzymes. So see here, the promoter region is there this is a sigma factor. So when the sigma factor is come, the rest of the enzymes, the holoenzyme complex is completed. And the first when the sigma factor 1 at the first stage, the DNA gyrase comes and unwind the DNA. After that, the completion of holoenzyme starts with initiation, elongation, and after the row dependent independent termination process. Okay, very simple diagram is there. So termination process in prokaryotic termination process, the two types of termination occurs: row dependent and row independent. In the termination of row dependent, a newly synthesized mRNA chain is attain a structure like hairpin loop. Because of a hairpin loop structure, the RNA polymerase does not proceed the elongation process and mRNA chain terminate from RNA polymerase enzymes. And other type is the row dependent process, that is row factor comes and binds to the row utilization site, that is root site. Binding gives the conformation change in RNA polymerase and detach the RNA polymerase from DNA, that leads to termination of this process occurs. So see here, there is two types of termination process, that is row dependent and row independent. Row dependent requires row factor, row independent does not require row factors. Row independent means there is a special structure formation is there, that is the hairpin loop structure, where the RNA polymerase cannot proceed the further elongation. So that's why the chain is to be terminated. The other thing is row factors comes and binds, where the binding that leads to conformation change in RNA polymerase and that release the whole complex and stop the termination process and stop the elongation process. Okay, thank you.